good play. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if you tell me you're going to shoot 65 every day and don't worry about what the other guys shoot, I'd put you on the team. You know, there's no science behind it. It comes down to good golf. It's like anything, right? Who's going to win the next PGA event? Whoever plays the best, right? You know, we can come up with all these ideas and thoughts, but it comes down to who's playing the best, who's going to play the best at that moment, and we don't know. You're hoping that you're picking the guy that's going to play the best. It's not a popularity contest. It comes down to who's going to play the best and who you think is going to play the best. But I don't think there's a true science. I mean, you can sit here and study numbers all day long, but if they don't make the 10-footer that they need to make to have the hole or win the hole, then it really doesn't mean anything, does it? That wasn't a nice way to answer that, but that's just, it's truthful. Well, yeah, it's definitely a good-looking team. What's going into it right now, it comes down to form, right? And like I said, on paper, you can be as good as paper can say, world ranking points, but it doesn't mean anything for that 1 week, because world ranking is based off a 2-year period. It really comes down to 1 week. If you miss 10 cuts in a row and then you win, everybody thinks, man, you're playing great. No, I missed 10 cuts in a row and then I won. So it comes down to that 1 week. It doesn't matter how good we look on paper, what we look at on a world ranking. It comes down to making the putts at that moment. And when you're playing on different grass, different country, it makes it a little bit tougher. So it really comes down to nerves and who's making the putts. Oh man, I'm phenomenal. I'm the best team guy in the world. No, you know, it's keeping the guys loose, having fun. And you know, that's why we have the ping pong tables there. Table tennis, whatever you want to call it. It's just a fun atmosphere, and so that's what I try to do. I just try to loosen everybody up. So don't think about golf. Don't think about if you won a point, didn't win a point. Just enjoy the moment, enjoy the event, and be happy that you qualified for it and that you're there. Yeah, it was one of those where you know, everybody talks about rookies. There's no such thing as a rookie because you've already played the PGA Tour, right, or the European Tour, whatever tour you're playing on. You've already played. So it's not like that's your first event as a rookie on the professional golf. So it's funny when people say, the media says, we got to feel air though. Media has to feel some air. So, you know, it's one of those things where we didn't feel like rookies just because we never played in that event. We're professional golfers. We qualified for the team. And when they put us out first, we were pumped about it. We were excited. 2 young guys coming out, 2 wild guys coming out. And somehow we competed, and I think we won a point. We beat a great team, and it was exciting. You know, then the rain happened right after that. But so it was a different venue after the rain and stuff. But again, you got to see the grit and the grinding ability and the good golf from the other team. Watching Europe all these years, and then finally getting to play against them to see how dominant they are and how good they can play and how good they putt. It comes down to putting in every event, but they just rolled in putt after putt, and so at least I got a point. start off the Ryder Cup. Me and another rookie got a point, so it was good. It's a learning experience because you never got to feel that. I mean, and it's better than any major. It's better than any event that we can create. This event, Samuel Ryder dreamed it, and many years later, it's still the same. We're fighting over a little trophy. Yeah. We're not fighting over money. We're fighting over a little trophy. No world ranking points. It's just a little trophy we're trying to take home. You know, it was funny. I can remember in Wales how the first tee, the whole dog legs, but the first tee there was the grandstands, and when guys were taking practice swings, you know, the chants, the crowd and how they cheered and oh when you swung through, and so that was my first experience. We don't have soccer, football is not the same in the States where you see the big crowd show up and have chants and pull for their team. And so for hearing coming to Europe and then hearing them have songs for each player, and then all we say is USA, USA. And so you can see the excitement from the other team, the other side, the other fans. It was a fun experience, and it's wild to see and hear that and be able to joke. So it's an event we're trying to win, we're trying to dominate, but at the same time, the European crowd gets behind it, and you can see their love for it. And so that just builds love for yourself. And again, like I keep saying, that little trophy. You know, we're just playing for the love of that little trophy and trying to pull for our team. You know, it's funny. I played in 2011, and then I snuck over there recently and played with some guys. And so, you know, it's a second shot golf course. It's a tough tee shot. It's going to be a lot of 3-woods, maybe long irons off the tee. Comes down to the second shot. Second shot, you got to be in position because that rough can get pretty tough. So you need to be in position, and it comes down to the last few holes. We've seen year after year the last few holes during the tournament, how demanding those holes are. And so just tell them to second shot golf course, work on your mid irons, your long irons for off the tee, but also into these holes, and just stay focused on what you're doing. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just stay focused on yours. If you shoot a good score or play good golf, you have a shot at winning a point. You know, I think anybody, because I think I can blend in with anybody, personality-wise. You know, again, I'm trying to build somebody up. So no matter who it is, I'm going to be over there with them and not let them think about where we're at, the moment. You know, I want to joke with them, talk about what happened the night before in the team room. Just always focused on something else. It calms me down, but it gives me the chance to help somebody else. So it really doesn't matter who the player is. Obviously, you know, if we have the #1 player in the world on our team, I'd rather play with him because that means he's playing pretty good. So I want somebody playing really good to cover my back. That's what I want, so that I can mess up and still try to win. You know, it's the same as we would do for any tournament. You know, you go through your routine, you practice the way you want to practice, but then you find out who your partner is going to be, or the guys that could be your partners, and then you try to play a practice round with them. You try to, you know, maybe go through alternate shot just to get used to hitting one shot, sitting off a shot and hitting a shot, and just kind of get used to that mindset. And then obviously work on putting just like you would do at a golf tournament. The only difference is you're having a partner, so you want to play with that person just to kind of get used to them, see how they're hitting it, see what you need to say to them. So that's the only difference, is you're just trying to figure out who could be your partner that week, and then what do I need to say to them to kind of calm them down. And so I look at it from that perspective. Other players look at it from different perspectives. But first off, you'll probably hear it a lot during the Ryder Cup. This is his favorite event. We've seen it over the years. We know it. We've seen him happy. We've seen him sad. We've seen his focus. We've seen his drive. You've seen his preparation to many golf tournaments. I mean, he's been at the top. He's played on many teams. Gosh, almost 20 teams, adding in the President's Cups. And so, you know, this is what he loves. And the Ryder Cup is his favorite event. And he said it, and he's going to say it again. So you see his passion. And when you see your captain have the passion for the event, win or lose, then you want to play for a guy like that. And we've seen that over the year. Every person they've been a captain, they have the passion for it. He's the one that's talked about it the most. So when you see that passion from somebody, you know, it spills over to you. And so then you want to fight for him, and you want to be there for him, and you want to try to lift that trophy with him. The script would be win it before Sunday somehow, just so we didn't have to worry about it. It's happened, you know, it's happened in the recent years where we've lost it on the last day, and I was a part of that team. I lost the first point for us, but yeah, I mean, that would be the best scenario, is to go ahead and just kind of take an 18-hole walk around, you know. But if you're going to look at like storylines for myself personally, yeah, it would be nice to hole a putt. I would say chip in, but I'd rather hit the green so I wouldn't look too bad. But it'd be really awesome and cool to be the guy that makes a putt to clinch it, I guess you'd say. I wouldn't want to be the last man in and have to make the putt. But if I knew I was going to make it, then yeah, I'd be the last man in on the 18th hole to make the putt to win it.